This week on NBA 2K TV, we meet up with community member Dignify.
I just always like making new builds, seeing what works.
Then find out what's coming up in the neighborhood. And we've added My Team updates. We're your source for pack release.
A view of downtown Detroit is seen from the riverfront on up. And with tip-off. Well, you better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Sabonis and Turner up front. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. And it's Brogdon in at the point guard position. And for Detroit, on the wings, Kennard and Snell. Wood out there with Griffin. And it's Rose in at the point. Here's Snell. Back to Wood. Kennard, the pass to Rose. 5 on the clock. Here's Wood. Turner covering. Wood can't hit. Rose against Oladipo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump and you start to say, I like that team.
Now here's Turner. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston.
He was a shot-blocking nightmare out there. 4 blocks on the game and some alter shots as well.
He gets it in there.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
Here's Brogdon. Rose with the rebound. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Snell finds Rose. For the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's Rose. Following the basket by T.J. Warren. Drills the three-pointer.
Derrick Rose, when he's in the outside shot, creates even more space for him to operate.
And Turner kicks to Brogdon. Sabonis inside. Indiana moving the ball around. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
And here are the numbers for Turner. This past month, he's really set himself apart, averaging 12 points, just over 3 blocks, and 8 rebounds. And he knows how to use that big body to control the paint.
He's a bull inside. Let me tell you, when he starts to get that look in his eye, just get out of his way.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
Here's Snell after the made shot from Victor Oladipo. Rose passes to Griffin. And it's sent back by Turner. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. McDermott's checked in for Sabonis. Justin Holiday comes in for T.J. Warren. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. Makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Here's Doumbouya. Fires for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Here's where Galloway excels. Better off the catch than initiating.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And here's a look at some numbers for Brogdon.
He hasn't been as sharp in the past 10 games as we're used to. It shows in his passing. The assist numbers down. Even the simple passes look tough for him right now. Maybe tonight he can get back on his game. Well, the brand new Little Caesars Arena here in Detroit How are you feeling it, Smitty?
GA, it's a great state-of-the-art facility. Glad the new location is in downtown Detroit. Hopefully an iconic venue for an iconic team.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Brown drives in, stolen by Holiday. Here's McConnell. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. McConnell's got 6.
All about the team. Justin Holiday looking for the open man and finding him.
Brown the pass to McConnell. Kicks it to Jumboy. Pass to Galloway. The pass to McConnell. To the paint. Here's Maker. No good there. Good D by Holiday. So for the Pistons, their last game a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. Here's Lamb. Kept alive by Indiana. McConnell finds Turner. And here is Lamb. Now here's McDermott. No points in the game yet for him.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Maker dishes to Jumboy. Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Galloway to the middle. Free throw line jump shot. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Indiana holding on to an 8-point lead heading in. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
On the court right now for the Pacers, we've got Jeremy Lamb, and it's Holiday in at the small forward. No good on the second free throw. You know, Smitty, NBA referees, officials now have a presence on social media that's aiming at educating fans on calls and why they're made.
Yes, and I love it, Kevin, if you have these demos and talk about plays and games and situations that you're educating fans. It's just that fans look at it when these referees, who are human, miss calls, and then they want to re-show these plays that they missed. We still got to understand they're human, and they're going to miss some calls.
Well said, Steve. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Sabonis, he's checked in for McDermott. Warren comes in for Justin Holiday. And it's Oladipo in for Jeremy Lamb. Here's McCray. His last outing, he had 8 points.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Sabonis kicks to Warren. Indiana moving the ball around. Low block shot. It's good. Warren's got the lead up to 11 now for Indiana.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
And Oladipo kicks to Sabonis. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Sabonis has got his second basket of the night. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. The Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
He sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. And Smitty, Blake Griffin stepping up his game in every way since joining the Detroit Pistons.
Kevin, last season was a career year in scoring, and he's doing so much on the floor. Rebounding and passing are a big part of his game now, and he's leading the way for this team in a lot of ways.
Sinks the three-pointer. And that's now 7 points for T.J. Warren.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Here's Henson, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
A different look here for Detroit. Christian Wood comes in for Blake Griffin. And Tony Snell subbed in for Jordan McRae. Miles Turner, he's checked in for the Pacers. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Aaron Holiday.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Henson's shot is off.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute. Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Wood with the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Rose with the double team. To the left wing. Sabonis, the pass to Warren. Right side Turner. Back to Warren. Oladipo for three. They get it back. Passes to Warren. The shot by Brogdon wide open. Detroit with the rebound. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia. 1:03 left in the second quarter. To the wing on the left. Here's Henson. Wood. The putback is no good. Indiana leading by 8. Here's Oladipo. Kennard with the rebound.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
Rose kicks to Snell. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 5 assists in the game.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now. A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Trying to squeeze out every extra possession, but they have to work fast.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give them a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Outside Warren. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Warren's got 7 points for the quarter.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
And a close. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. So it's Indiana who's out on top at the half. They have a narrow 3-point lead. And that does it for our half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. What can you say? T.J. Warren, a very impressive effort here today.
Yeah, the passing he brings to the table on full display through the first 2 quarters.
The engine that makes them run. He's been able to push the action, and he's making great decisions.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Pistons, at the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Kennard is out there with Rose, and it's Wood in at the 5 down low.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
And Oladipo, here we go. That one falls. Oladipo's got 6 points.
That's the pass you want, orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to lead the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
Here's Rose. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Kennard, the pass to Griffin. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Oladipo against Rose. Basket counts. 8 points for Victor Oladipo.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Pass to Wood. Inside. Griffin kicks to Snell. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Wood passes to Griffin. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wood. Drops in the layup for 2. He's got 8.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And Warren, here we go. And the pass to Brogdon. Back to Warren. It's Oladipo on the wing. 8 points for him. A 3-pointer is right on target.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That's his first foul for the Pistons. Brownie's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Rose. Indiana also making some changes. McDermott's checked in for Sabonis. Justin Holiday comes in for T.J. Warren. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Oladipo. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
I saw that one in Griffin's eyes. He was ready to throw that one down.
Pass to McDermott. Indiana moving the ball around. Back to Holiday. Outside, Lamb. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
Looking here at some numbers for Brown. He's definitely been getting it done since the All-Star break. He's averaging 11 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the calls.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. And Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. Now, here is Holiday. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Holiday, following the bucket by the Pistons. Passes it to McDermott. Stolen away. Now Detroit moving it up. And the basket by Maker. Maker's got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
1:06 left to play in the third. Down low for the lead, and the layup is up and in. Makers got the lead up to 2 now for the Pistons.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Brown against Lamb. Back to Holiday. Pass to Holiday. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's McDermott. And Makers sends it back.
Watching him protect the rim, you never guess Makers averaging less than 1 block a game for his career.
Jumboya kicks to Brown. The pass to Mikhailuk. The tray. The rebound by Holiday. Looking to end the run. Count it.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Pass to Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Pistons shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
You know he wanted to knock down all his shots at the line, but he still did enough to put them in front.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. The Pistons on top. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court right now for the Pacers. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. Sabonis and Turner up front, and it's McConnell in at the point guard. And Oladipo kicks to Sabonis. From outside, off the mark. Pistons leading by 3. McRae passes to Wood. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Kennard kicks to McRae. Here's Kennard. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Rose surveying the D. Can't hit from the elbow. Pacers trail by 3. Here's Oladipo. Back to Warren. Passes it to McConnell. Turner inside with his first shot attempt. The second chance effort. Sabonis the pass to Turner. Oladipo outside. Pass to Sabonis. Another shot. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got his 3rd assist on the night. The pass to McRae. Back to Rose. Here's Wood, guarded by Oladipo. Knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Tony Snell's checked in for McRae. Brogdon, he's checked in for the Pacers. To the inside. Here's Sabonis, and Griffin sends it back. Kennard, the pass to Griffin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Sabonis.
In terms of drawing fouls, Griffin is one of the best we have in the NBA.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Brogdon kicks to Sabonis. And it's all evened up.
Man, did they need those points. And I bet he's the guy that continues to go for it.
He will use his size, his skills, and his shooting ability to go get this win.
On On its way from Rose for two. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Turner dishes to Warren. Pass to Sabonis. Shoots over Griffin. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Snell. He's covered by Warren. Sabonis against Griffin. Kennard. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Pistons lead by 2.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything. Just waits for his man to break free.
And Turner kicks to Brogdon. Sabonis, the pass to Brogdon. Second chance shot. That one drops for him. Brogdon's got it all tied up now for the Pacers.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Rose finds Griffin from the baseline. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Oladipo outside. Back to Brogdon. Pass to Oladipo to take the lead. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Oladipo's got 10 points here in the second half. Rose with the ball. Brogdon picks him up. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Kennard. Guarded by Oladipo. Kennard kicks to Snell. The dish to Griffin. The kick out to Rose. 4 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Brogdon gets a hand on it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Oladipo, the pass to Sabonis. Rebound, Detroit. To the paint, here's Rose. Got it!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Oh my goodness, he's kicking himself. You know, that's a critical time to commit a turnover. No telling how that error will ultimately play out.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Rose has really accepted the responsibility of being the leader of this team. They look to him to deliver night after night. You have to admire how calm he is under pressure at the free throw line in a key situation. Yes, smart choice. I really like that play.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. And the Pacers call time here. They're down by 3. 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Also, interesting choice to be made right here. You need either a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Derrick Rose.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. The score is tied at 62. 7 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He sinks the clutch free throw. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, free throws put them in an excellent position to win this thing now. It's all in the hands of the D.
Timeout called the Pacers. They trail by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball. You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. It was up for grabs, right? And so, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltend.
Welcome to this week's episode of NBA 2K TV. First up, we need to thank everyone who entered and voted for the first ever NBA 2K Shoe Creator Challenge.
Yes, voting is now closed, but we are tallying up your votes, and we will be announcing each category winner next week right here at 4 p.m. Pacific.
And that's when you'll vote again to decide which shoe makes it into NBA 2K20.
Up next, the Cavaliers taking on the Pistons.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
A good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the GA.
Well, guys.
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Pistons, at the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Kennard is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Wood in at the 5, roaming the paint. Count the basket. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Here's Garland, following the bucket by the Pistons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You could tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
And stolen by Love. Pass to Osman. Here's Sexton. Makes it off the glass.
Too easy that time. Sexton sniffing it out and then getting to an area on the floor that made that one easy.
Kennard kicks to Wood. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Drummond. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And it's Osman missing. Second shot opportunity. And it's Drummond missing.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And out of bounds, the Cavaliers will take it. Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Bulls in Chicago. Pass to Love. Griffin with the steal. And they're moving it up. Snell, the pass to Kennard. Here's Wood. He's looking for Love and finds him. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Here's Osman. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Griffin passes to Wood. Good D by Drummond. Cavaliers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
Here's Windler. Just 5 to shoot. They get it back. Goes back up. Love dishes to Drummond. Love with his second chance points.
Yeah, how about the positioning there, Kevin? Just waiting on that side of the rim, knowing the ball was going to ricochet right to him.
Poked loose. Rose finds Griffin. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. There's Rose with the three. Cavaliers with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Griffin with it. Now guarded by Porter. 55 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Snell, guarded by Porter. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Rose, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Windler with the bucket.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
The Pistons trailing. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Out to the wing. Snell kicks to Griffin. And Rose wide open. He shoots. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, and that kind of activity, Kevin, helps Griffin to do so much more in this game. He's been tireless.
Good work there as it goes. 8 seconds left in the first. 3-pointers. Snell. He can't get that one. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
They've got Doumbouya. He's out there with Maker, and it's Brown in at the shooting guard. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Garland, no good.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Garland's got the lead up to 4 now for Cleveland.
And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
Yeah, they've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
Now here's Thompson. Count that bucket. Thompson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Galloway, the pass to Maker. Here's Galloway. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Basket good.
Looking more comfortable as time moves on. I think his middle name is Play. That would be Thon Playmaker.
There's the pass to Windler. Fires from 18. And again, it's Cleveland.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Mikhailuk, guarded by Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Thompson with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Here's Garland. Some solid defense from Brown. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Jordan McRae, he's checked in for Detroit. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Cleveland. Sexton comes in for Garland. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. It's deflected.
Larry Nance Jr. getting up and getting it out.
Here we go, one-on-one. And it's Osman missing. Brown feeling it out a bit. Maker dishes to Dumboy. Can't get it to fall. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. It's Porter, it's out the key. Here's Thompson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball, Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Outside Rose. That shot off, and it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road. The shot by Sexton, no good. Pistons trailed by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Henson the pass to Rose. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Porter. It's rebounded by McCray.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
The shot's good from Henson.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Cleveland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Sexton kicks to Osman. Inside. Passes it to Sexton. And the 3 off target.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Outside Rose. To the middle with 4 seconds on the clock. From the arc. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
And, you know, not always the guy that you would expect to be making the big plays, but so far tonight, he has delivered.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. Here is Rose. After the made shot from Andre Drummond. Griffin can't get it to go in. Love up top. Lays it up off the glass. Love's got the lead up to 6 now for the Cavs.
Love is good at attacking the basket, utilizing his size, that time on the drive.
And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, What will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point, but he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing, and Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
Wood can't hit.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Kept alive. Garland kicks to Drummond. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up again. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Pass to Rose. To the left wing. Pass to Wood. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Detroit with the ball, following the score by Cleveland. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now the pass to Osman. He dishes it to Sexton. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And now an 8-point Cavalier lead.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside. Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Garland. After the basket by Detroit. Drops in the tray.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Left side, Griffin. Shot on the wing. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control. And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Griffin passes to Kennard. Beyond the arc. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Wow, the timing of Blake Griffin there, awesome. How he leaps up and just sticks that miss right back in.
There's 57 seconds left in the third. Now Garland. He's got 12. Passes to Drummond. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Garland with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Rose kicks to Kennard. Over Sexton. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got 11 rebounds in the game. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Love the pass to Osman. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded closely. And Drummond gets it to go on the assist by Garland. Drummond's got the lead up to 14 now for the Cavs. Rose kicks to Snell. Pass to Wood. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Love. Detroit shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one goes. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Quarter outside. No good on the last second attempt there. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to... And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
We got to keep the ball moving, keep drawing it.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. John Henson out there with Doumbouya. Then there's and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
Brown the pass to Doumbouya. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's McRae. Henson with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the bucket from McRae. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. They've led by as many as 14 points. Outside, Porter. Back to Sexton. Shoots over Doumbouya. But they recover it.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Mikhailuk. Drains it from beyond the arc. Mikhailuk's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Pistons trail by 8. To the right side. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Brown. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Thompson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Sexton dishes to Nance. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up. And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Second free throw, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Ball's knocked loose. And here's the break. Oh, Griffin in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And this is why Blake Griffin appears on your highlight reel on a nightly basis. Loves rising up for the alley-oop.
Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room. And here's Love for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Snell, the pass to Maker. Good D by Love. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Tries from 16. They get the rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Griffin kicks to Henson. Love against Griffin. Pass to Snell. Releases from 15. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now, here's Garland. And Sexton has it in the corner. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Cavaliers lead by 13.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Cavaliers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Darius Garland.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Well, for a big guy, Kevin Love is certainly one of the best free throw shooters in the game, and you don't want to send him to the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. McRae's checked in for Tony Snell. And Knight subbed in for Blake Griffin. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Ante Zizic is checked in for Tristan Thompson. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Porter. Exum, he's checked in for Sexton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland. Here's Knight. It's deflected. And here's Love. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Now Maker. And the dunk by Maker.
Good to see Maker driving with a purpose. You don't see that all that often, but the length helps him out to extend to the rim.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
benefits to the stick, resulting in puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Today we're talking to Dignify, and this man has so many builds on his YouTube channel. Dignify, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Welcome to 2K TV. So let's get right into it. Your channel has so many different various builds that you produce for the community. How do you get into something like that?
Well, for me, I play a lot of 2K, so
Downtown Detroit shining. We are nearly ready for...
Well,
Great DA, thanks. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. And for the Pistons, on the wings, Kennard and Snell. Griffin is out there with Wood, and it's Rose in at the 1. Levine tries again, and he lays it up and in.
Oh, looking calm and composed in the paint. Levine is superb at capitalizing on these spots.
Pass to Wood. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you know, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you said.
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the great ones. No. Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
And this is what Rose brings to the table. When he gets out in the open court, he doesn't take his foot off that pedal.
Pass to Levine. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And the shot goes down.
It's encouraging whenever Levine connects from mid-range. I mean, he's showing he wants to get better from it.
Porter with the steal. And now here's Markkanen, the fast break chance. Levine passes to Markkanen. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Passes it to Snell. He dishes it to Griffin. Back to Snell. Unloads. No good that time. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Well, it's such a boost. I mean, not something you want to have to count on every night, but you can tell how much they trust their reserves.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Carter looking around. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. Since the break, he's been simply stellar. 15th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls.
Oh. Easy to see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
Ring shot on the way, and it's Chicago scoring again.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And it's good, 2 points. Rose has got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, he's finding some good shots early on, and what you like about it, he's not trying to do too much.
And there's the pass to White. And it's blocked, and he's able to get it back.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Then for the Bulls, Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky's subbed in for Zach LaVine. Here's Galloway. 9 points last game. Here's Maker. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
This is the touch Maker possesses, a big man who knows he can sink these shots.
Here's Satoransky off the left rim and out.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by Cornette. The Bulls leading by 8. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Outside White. Young right side. Down low. And Cornette gets it to go.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
To the middle. Here's Doumbouya. And the jam by Doumbouya.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's White. 20 points for him last game against Orlando.
Yeah, this is as good of a scorer as he was. In that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Well, for Detroit, their last game, a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Here's Galloway. The three-pointer, no good. Satoransky looking around. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's White. And he beats the buzzer. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Chicago. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
We've got John Henson. McRae is out there with Brown. Then there's Doumbouya. And it's Mikhailuk in at the small forward position. They're the group Detroit will start the second with.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the team committed to Boylan to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. A lot going wrong.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Now here's Henson. T right on him. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You look back at the Blake Griffin trade. Many thought the Pistons gave up too much, but it's worked out for them.
Yeah, losing the picks for Griffin, you have to admit it did hurt. But people forget that Griffin is a star player, and he reminded those same people last year. He's become the leader for this franchise as they try to move forward.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Pistons. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Pass to McRae. Now, Doumbouya. Just 5 to shoot. Detroit needs to get off the shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here's Dunn. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Levine kicks to Dunn. From 15 feet away, again, Chicago.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Rose passes to Kennard. The dish to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Detroit. To the inside. Henson got a piece of it. Inside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, and he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
Now here's Rose. Here's McRae. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Off target with his 3. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Magic in Orlando. Dunn dishes to Carter. Here's Harrison. His last outing, he had 8 points. Back to Carter. Shoots over Henson. And it's Carter missing.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Henson the pass to Griffin. The kick out to Rose. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
From deep, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him.
Count it.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
Dunn looking over the floor, fires from the wing. Here's Carter, and he banks in the layup. And the Bulls lead by 20.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Markkanen. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Zedaransky subbed in for Dunn. Out to the right wing. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Back to Galloway. Got a hand on it. They get it back. The steal. Here's Maker. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it... Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He had 11 points, 2 assists. And that'll...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And tipping off the second half, here's Jim Boylan's 5. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Cornette in at the center, filling out the middle.
Well, known for his shooting, Markkanen is still 7 feet. Great to see him score near the hoop.
Wood passes to Kennard. Back to Wood. Pass to Kennard. Pulls up from the corner. Chicago grabs the miss. Cornette's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
Young's checked in for the Bulls. Chicago leading by 20. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Markkanen kicks to White. No good. And Detroit the other way now. And now the Pistons, fast break. Here's Kennard. Banked in off the glass.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Here's Markkanen. And it's blocked. Here's Kennard. Guarded by Levine. 2 points. That one goes.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Passes it to Markkanen. And he uses the glass on the layup. Markkanen's got 4 points this quarter.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
Rose passes to Wood, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
To the paint. Here's Young. It's blocked. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Snell kicks to Rose. Here's Wood. No good on that one. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Shots good from Young. What do you think about some of the most powerful dunks, Chris? The tomahawk jam reigning supreme. Do you prefer the one-handed or the two-handed jam?
Oh.
You did both so well.
You know what? I prefer a body-to-body dunk over. Like, you would never post it over Jokic back in the day. Oh, my goodness. Off the two. Or how about Jordan playing against Atlanta when he pump fakes it with one hand like he's going to shoot it, goes down the lane and dunks on Tree Rollins. Just incredible. Or Blake Griffin dunking on anyone. Or Giannis dunking on anyone. Or Embiid dunking on anyone. Or how about LeBron dunking on anyone? So, me, I just want the showmanship. Doesn't matter if it's one hand, two hands, 2 legs, 1 leg, 360, or straight body to body. Just give me something. Give me something.
I like that. And then Griffin with the dunk.
I love whenever Griffin finishes with power. I mean, he's showing he's not to be messed with close to the basket.
Out to the right wing. Here's White. And a miss there on the triple. Pistons trailed by 19. The pass to Kennard. 1:02 left to play here in the third. Shot from the wing. Griffin can't get it to go in.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
And Levine, here we go. And Levine throws it down.
As soon as Levine hits a few of these, you know he's feeling it. Just keep getting him the rock.
Snell, the pass to Rose. Stolen by Levine. In transition, here come the Bulls. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it
a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here is Maker. Here's Galloway. Drains the 19-footer. Galloway's got his first bucket of the night.
And that's smart basketball. Maker showing nice awareness there and spotting the open man.
Here's Satoransky. Hutchison, great positioning on the putback.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Galloway. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor, not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Carter on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. And that's now 6 points for Wendell Carter. He gets it up. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Now that's the way you want.
And so it's Chicago in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Detroit, Maker out there with Dumboya. Then there's Brown, and it's Galloway in at the point.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
That one drops for him.
Wow, the quickness Levine possesses is just fantastic. At times, he overwhelms you with it on these drives inside.
Goes up, and then Levine with the jam.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. The Pistons working the ball around now. And it's Dumboya in the corner. No good on the triple. Chicago's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And Levine, here we go. Outside Carter. It's hauled in by Brown. And so Brown will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Now this is what you like seeing. Maker not just laying it up, but powering it down.
Here's Levine, and there it is for him. Levine's got 12 points in just the second half.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Galloway, no good. Bulls have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Satoransky kicks to Carter. Goes up the baseline, and it's off the back rim. No good.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it. Jordan McRae, he's checked in for the Pistons. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Shaquille Harris comes in for Levine. It's deflected. Dumboya dishes to Brown. Here's Galloway. Chicago grabs the miss. Hutchinson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Now Detroit moving it up. Galloway, the pass to Maker, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And Satoransky kicks to Valentine. Up top, Brown to the middle. Dumboya passes to Galloway. Good on the triple.
I like the confidence from the guard. Galloway, he shows no fear in shooting off the pass.
See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game, and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Zach LaVine.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Satoransky, the pass to Hutchison. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Bulls lead by 21.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Galloway kicks to Brown. The 3 ball misses the shot. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer.
fluid, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
true story. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life.
I always ask this of people that really spend a lot of time putting builds together, like yourself. Do you think about what kind of gameplay you want to use that build for? For example, do you think about a build differently if you're going to create something for the neighborhood and park gameplay as opposed to something for like 5-on-5 or rec?
Oh, for sure. If I'm using, say, like that Giannis build I was talking about, it has like a 60 ball control. I can get away with that at the park, you know, kind of messing around.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both. It's time for the payday. Well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Orlando. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, there's the Pistons sitting there 4 spots below.
And when I look at Orlando, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Markelle Fultz out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac in at the 3, the small forward. And for Detroit, at the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Kennard is out there with Derrick Rose, and it's Wood in at the center, filling out the middle. Mark, when you have 2 teams that are this athletic, what type of game you think you're going to see?
Well, you know what? Sometimes it can lead to guys trying to do too much, but when it's at its best with this kind of athleticism on display, I think you're going to see a high-octane, fun game.
Rose, no good. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. Isaac passes to Gordon. He kicks to Fultz. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
Rose passes to Kennard. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Inside. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Kennard. Isaac with the steal. Here we go, 1-on-1. Vucevic down low. Pass to Gordon. Back to Vucevic. It's stolen. And now the Pistons fast break. Rose with the ball. And that one's good. Griffin
knows how to run a team, guys, and facilitate accordingly. Rose makes those around him better.
Fultz kicks to Vucevic. To the middle. Here's Gordon. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg. You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Vucevic. He's guarded closely. Pass to Isaac. And it's denied. Here's Kennard. He's guarded by Fournier. Here's Rose. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there. And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues, Clark, to still work on his skill game.
I love the fact that he's continuing to improve. He's grown as a shooter and a playmaker. He's always been a pretty good ball handler and passer, and we really forget how young he is, man. This guy still has a lot of room to grow.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 6. Fultz, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Griffin passes to Rose. Over Fultz. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the 76ers. Here's Wood. Three-pointers, Snell. It's rebounded by Fultz. The Magic trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And you got to clog up the clear lanes to the basket. You can't give him room to operate. When you do, Fultz scorches you with his speed.
Here's Snell. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Griffin. Here's Kennard. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Kennard's got 6.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Gordon, the pass to Vucevic. 44 seconds left to play in the first. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one,
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to Rose. Lets it go with a 3. They grab their own miss. Outside for Griffin. Over in the corner, Wood. Shoots over Vucevic. Wood can't hit. Here's Isaac.
He got it in!
How about that? One eye.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. It's Detroit up 5. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. Terrence Ross is out there with DJ Augustin, and it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. Now the pass to Ross. Bamba inside. And Maker sends it back.
And the difference Maker has on this end, love whenever he gets up to swat shots back.
Detroit's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Stolen by Bamba. And now here's Ennis, the fast break opportunity. And he drops it in from the low post.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge spear of influence.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Pass to Maker. Sweet move. Bamba with the block.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
A different look here for Detroit. Henson's checked in for Maker, and McRae's subbed in for Langston Galloway. Carter Williams, he's checked in for the Magic. Mykhailiuk passes to Doumbouya. Clock at 4. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Luke passes to Brown. The feed to Henson. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Bamba passes to Carter Williams. Now here's Ross. He's covered closely. Offensive rebound. Here's Bamba. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Ross finds Gordon, lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Gordon's got the lead up to 3 now for the Magic.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Magic.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight. And it's paid off with a lot of second chance points. Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Nice shot there by Bamba.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And here we go. Carter Williams heading to the hoop. And they pick up 2. And now it's a 9-point Magic lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Doumbouya kicks to McCray. And Doumbouya now top the key. Pistons passing it around. Back to Henson. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Bamba, a chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Got it off in time. Not going to go that time. And so that's the end of the first half. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They did give up a couple back. And that does it for our...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Griffin is out there with Wood, and it's Rose in at the point. That's the group for Detroit right now. Pass to Kennard. Here's Wood. Vucevic defending. That 3 off the mark. Magic leading by 11. And you remember when Aaron Gordon came into the league, Clark, some questioned whether he had the size to play the power forward position. Not anymore.
Yeah, you take a look at what's important at that position. It's about mobility, versatility, and skill set. And he certainly fits the bill nicely there. He can defend the 3 or even some 4 positions and brings a lot of energy at both ends.
Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right, Greg. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
Rose can't hit.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Count that one from Isaac.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now, here's Fournier. Tight defense on him. Now, here's Vucevic. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Isaac misses. Pistons trailed by 14. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Isaac with the steal. The drive by Gordon. Here's Vucevic. He trains the quick shot. Vucevic has got 4 this quarter.
Boy, nothing like shooting shots you know you can make. Vucevic shooting that one with confidence.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Orlando leading by 14. Passes to Fultz. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones, and the late Terry Furlow, and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Pistons trail by 13. Back to Maker. And that one is good. Maker's got his first basket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Augustine dishes to Vucevic. Down low. Here's Fultz. The pass to Isaac. Back to Fultz. Three-pointer on the way. Rebounded by the Pistons. Woods got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Rose passes to Maker. Here's Kennard. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Kennard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And Fultz gets it to go.
Man, I like how aggressive Fultz is. I mean, excellent breaking down the defense in the open floor with his speed. Fantastic work.
And the dunk by Maker.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
And so Orlando again turning it over. For the Pistons, Henson comes in for Thon Maker, and McRae subbed in for Rose. Then for the Magic, Terrence Ross comes in for Evan Fournier, and Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Fultz. Galloway kicks to McRae, pass to Kennard. There's the dish to Galloway. The offensive rebound, Henson, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And, you know, Henson's height and length and reach makes him a force on the glass. He does a nice job chasing down those rebounds.
Here's Kennard. He's got 8. And now, here comes Augustine leading the break.
You know, that kind of unselfishness, guys, from Augustine is really infectious, especially when it's coming from your point guard.
And so it's the Orlando Magic in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Okay, time now for an injury report. Now for an update on Blake Griffin's injury, let's go to David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for Detroit gave us some status update. He told me it's a sprained elbow. Now, they put some ice on it, and they're hoping that he doesn't have any inflammation. Obviously, they can't afford to lose him. This would be devastating for this team. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
On the court for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Carter Williams is out there with Terrence Ross, and it's Isaac in at the 3 spot. Carter Williams dishes to Ross. Vucevic trying to get open. Ross, that's good. And the Magic lead by 9.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
McRae passes to Henson. Shot clock at 6. Wood kicks to McRae. Launches it. The putback, rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Mikhailuk is checked in, and it's Rose in for Jordan McRae. Mikhailuk passes to Snell. Here's Kennard for the 3. Tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does. At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Right wing, the Pistons working the ball around now. From deep, Rose. The shot that time, not on target. And Orlando will come the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Fultz the pass to Gordon. And here is Isaac. To the wing right side. Fultz kicks to Isaac. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. And the Magic lead by 13.
And for a near 7-footer, Isaac is remarkably agile. I mean, he's gazelle-like with his agility. Solid at knifing inside and does a good job driving to the goal.
Ross with it. Vucevic down low. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Comfortable operating near the basket. Vucevic has size plus touch. That's a nice recipe for scoring in multiple ways.
And the call on the shot that sends him. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
Free throws.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Magic.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Aaron Gordon.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Fultz, Rose with the block, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. And a different look here for the Pistons. John Henson's checked in for Wood. Thon Maker comes in for Luke Kennard. Doomboy is checked in for Tony Snell. And Knight subbed in for Rose. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The first one falls. Detroit making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. And here are the Pistons. 17-point game. Maker kicks to Knight. The tray. Rebound by the Magic. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Wondu passes to Birch. Here's a Wondu, defended by Henson. Back to Birch. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Knight. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big... David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.